We're here in Miramar with Mayor Lori Moseley, who's running for re-election in March. Welcome, Mayor Moseley. Why don't you tell our listeners a little bit about yourself and the city of Miramar?
I am the proud mayor of the city of Miramar. I was first elected in 1995 as a commissioner, and I became mayor in 1999. I started my role of being active in the community with my homeowners association. I lived in University Park before Walmart was Walmart at University Drive and Pembroke Road. And my children went to school at Fairway. My children came home from the hospital to our house in Miramar. And in 1999, I ran for mayor, and I won. And I have been the proud mayor ever since. Being the mayor of Miramar has been an incredible experience, and it has been incredibly rewarding, at times a little frustrating, but when you look around at the city of Miramar, I believe there's so much to be proud of, and we have grown as a community, and we have grown together, and I'm very proud of what we've accomplished.
We're here in western part of Miramar, Dykes and Miramar Parkway, and if you haven't been out west, it's totally built up. Lots of businesses, shopping centers. There on 75, you have NBC's got their studios, Telemundo, a lot of office buildings. Where's the city now compared to maybe 10 years ago? Where do you see it in the next 10 years? What's the future for Miramar?
I think it's really interesting. When I first ran for office, my friend said to me, "Why in the world are you running for elected official in the city of Miramar?" Which was over 20 years ago. And I said to him, "You don't see what I see." Well, now you could see what I saw. We had the land, we had the space, and I worked as the head of the team to develop a plan. We worked to bring businesses into the city of Miramar. It was really important to develop a tax base. A city isn't sustainable if it just has residential development. But you needed to have a plan, and you needed to lay out that plan, and you needed to see the fiscal viability of that plan and then go forward. And that's what we've done. We are home to the most Fortune 500 companies in Broward County. When I was first elected, nobody would put in their advertisement that they were located in the city of Miramar. They put that they were located in Southwest Broward. Not only was that annoying, it was not good for the city of Miramar. But we had to take responsibility for that too. And we had to make it so people were dying to be in the city of Miramar and that they were proud to be here. And I think we did that. We originally started by offering economic incentives, and that's how NBC6 became home in Miramar. You can't pay for the coverage that you get every night where NBC6 says they're located in Miramar. We also planned, because Miramar is such a linear city, where the major corridors, we set it up so we wouldn't have, you could only have one gas station on a corner. Otherwise, all our prime real estate would have just been gas stations. There's nothing wrong with gas stations, but when you're a linear city, you need a lot more. We went after what we needed to do. We also understand the value of small businesses. We created a very strong partnership with the Miramar Pembroke Pines Chamber of Commerce. And also, I understand that together with our surrounding cities, we are stronger. And that's why the Miramar Pembroke Pines Chamber is so strong. They can have the mall, which is perfect. I want to go there, I want to shop there, but I also want the clean, quiet industry to be located here in the city of Miramar. One, it's less strain on our services, it provides to our tax base, but it makes a good partnership. It makes it, Miramar, a place where you want to live, work, play, and prosper. I've always had very close ties with the school system. I started as a PTA room mom in Fairway Elementary when my children, who My daughter's 30 and my son's going to be 28 any minute. When they started in school, I started being involved in their schools. So that's where my initial training came from. And that's where my training came to understand that there's a process that you have to follow. And that's how I learned the process. And that's how I also learned to know a lot of people in the community. Miramar needs to continue to move forward to find, there is still vacant land here in Miramar, but we need to fine tune now what we have built.
Your role with the League of Cities, you know, the recession right about 2008, a lot of cities and county had to really put a hold on projects and spending. I assume now that the city's recovered, what did you have on hold that you're looking forward to now to pursuing those projects or anything that had to be put on the back burner?
I think what we put on hold were a lot of the rehabbing of the facilities or the maintenance that wasn't absolutely necessary or the hiring of more employees. We did what we needed to do. We tightened our belt to do the bare necessities because we worked so hard to build the city that we built. You couldn't let it go. That wouldn't be responsible. But you had to make sure that you were on this line, not on a line that was going up, which we did do. And we made commitments to our employees because they're essential to what happens in the day-to-day life here for the residents, particularly to the police department. And of course, also to the fire department, actually. And we said to them, okay, we're in this together, but we don't have the money now. Let's hold tight, and then we will honor what we need to honor, our commitment to you, that as the economy improves, that we will add more police, that we will add more firefighters, that we will have new stations. Well, we just broke ground on the police station, and I am really concerned about the number of police officers we have. For the record, we have a safe community. We have a hard-working police force. We have hard-working firefighters, but incrementally our population has grown. When I was first elected in '95, our population was 40,000. Today it's probably 128,000. But we didn't grow just to grow. We had planned growth, and there was a plan. But now I am concerned that we need to make sure as we come out of the downturn that we are as fiscally responsible as we were during the downturn. Because that's why we survived. Because we had a plan. We didn't spend money willy-nilly. That's a real technical term. We didn't. We knew what we needed to do, and we knew how we needed to get there. And you still, as a municipality, have to keep your belt tight. One, you never know. I mean, there hasn't been a hurricane in 9 years. Does that mean there's not going to be one tomorrow? No. Well, not tomorrow because this is March. But, you know, how about next August, September, October? But do we need to make sure we have the reserves and the resources for a rainy day? Absolutely. To me, it's all about planning. And now is the time that we need police. We are short police, and I have asked the city manager and the police chief to work out a plan. My desire is to bring in at least 30 more police officers, not in 5 minutes, because as I keep saying, you have to plan. You have to have a budget. You have to know where you're going, and you have to know how you're going to get there. I would like to at least see 10 a year. And if you cannot bring in just police officers, then bring in community service aides. I can have 4 community service aides for 1 police officer. So for things that don't require a police officer, then we could have community service aides. And to me, the residents deserve that. Public safety is a priority as a mayor. And as residents, for non-emergency calls, we weren't responding as quickly as I would like to. We were not serving as well as we could serve. Well, now we need to honor that commitment and go forward with that. We don't need to build everything that we want to in this world today, we need to maintain basic services and then go from there.
You have two opponents, and both of them are serving with you on the commission, two commissioners, vice mayor. What is different between
Neither one of them are vice mayor. Either.
Oh, well, okay. She's commissioners. What's the difference between being the mayor and being a commissioner? What do you do on a daily basis that they may not realize is really the most important part of the job?
A figurehead for the city of Miramar, the public face of the city of Miramar, requires someone who is thoughtful, who works to educate themselves on the issue, who understands what's happening, understands what the residents want, understands what the community wants, and is responsible in delivering that message, is responsible in bringing and enhancing the cultural diversity that we have in our community and representing the city of Miramar as a whole. I work directly with the city manager. You need to understand what your job is. My job is not to tell a department head or an employee what to do. My job is to hire the best possible city manager that we can do, and then that person is responsible for hiring the team. So it's also about understanding my job, and my job does not entail micromanaging. My job is policy decisions, and to make sure that those big picture items are carried out. My idea of my job is, say I know we need more businesses in the city of Miramar. My idea is to plan with staff input, with doing our homework, with doing the research that we need to do, whether we need more local businesses, whether we need more the warehouses of today, or whether we need more residential. How will that affect the tax base? And do our homework, and then have a plan, and then trust the staff to carry it out.
The election's in March, so you're going to have appearances and a lot of forums going on. But if people want to find out more about you, where's the best place they can go?
They can go. I have a website, www.mayormoseley.com, and if you would like to get in contact with me, please mayormoseley2015@gmail.com, or you can call me. I'm laughing. It's a campaign phone. I don't know its phone number.
That's okay. We'll add it in there.
It's not my regular phone.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us here and answering some of our questions. Best of luck to you.
Oh, my pleasure. And if you are happy with the direction that Miramar is going in, and you want us to see us continually grow, continue on the journey with me. You will get fiscal responsibility while we dream and plan at the same time.
Thank you. Let me take a picture before you get up. That way I can put it out there.
Is that all right?
That's perfect.
That's awesome.
Tried to give you the opening there to talk
you
about
did.
the police.
I did.
Good. It's good. Got a good.
Oh, hi.
Hey, you gotta get hired, Tommy.
Stand on that chair.
Yeah.